Hello and welcome to Sacred Lotus Yoga. I'm Sarah, and in today's practice, the third of our 7-part chakra series, we'll explore our Solar Plexus Chakra, Manipura. This chakra governs self-confidence, vitality and willpower. It's located between the navel and the breastbone and signified by the colour yellow. To balance and energise this chakra, we'll strengthen our core and work through some deep twists to ignite the fire within. We'll start today's practice sitting in a hero pose, sitting on our heels, gently closing our eyes. We'll bring our hands to rest, one on top of the other, just above the belly button and below our heart center. Begin to notice how you feel, noticing how the body feels, noticing how the mind feels. In order to awaken our solar plexus chakra, we're going to repeat a mantra of I can 3 times, either out loud or consciously silent. So when you're ready, after your next exhale, I can. I can. I can. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hands down towards the knees. Softly blink your eyes open. We'll come towards the back of our mat, staying in our hero pose. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to plant our right hand just above the knees, in between the center of the mat, and we'll sweep our left arm up and overhead, pointing our left fingers towards the back of the room, bringing a gentle twist into the belly, into our core. Drop your shoulders heavy and looking over the shoulder. We're just going to begin by gently waking up the core, waking up our center, and then we'll begin to build some strength, building that power and that energy through the body. And we'll switch hands, replace the left for the right hand on the mat, and we'll sweep the right arm up and overhead, point the right fingers towards the back of the room, looking over the right shoulder. Noticing how this side feels from the last. Body might feel a little bit tight, so just going to where you can. There's no expectations for this class. And we'll swap once again. Sweep the left arm up and overhead, pointing the fingers towards the back of the room. You might feel a little bit more open on this side now. Breathing down into the belly, down to the lower part of the belly. Exhaling fully. And swap last side once again. Right fingers point towards the back of the room, twisting at the belly, creating more space. Nice, steady breath. And we'll gently release. We're going to bring our fingertips to a claw up on top of our shoulders. Take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, we're going to twist and look towards the left. Inhale back to center. Twist and look towards the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Continue to move with your own breath. Just noticing how this feels, these gentle twists to wake up the body. Consciously keeping our shoulders down away from our ears. So we're trying to create no tension in the shoulders or in the neck. Keeping this movement from the belly, from our core. We're releasing any tension, any stress, the low self-esteem. We'll gently release. We're going to begin to circle our shoulders towards the back of the room, just to let that go. And then we'll reverse in the opposite direction, circling the shoulders towards the front. And come to stillness. From here, we'll make our way into tabletop, over to hands and knees. Keeping your wrists in line under your shoulders and your knees in line under the hips. On an inhale, we'll come into cow pose, drop the belly, lift the heart and gaze. Exhale, rounding into cat, drop the gaze, peeling the spine up towards the sky. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale again into cow. And exhale into cat. Moving through a few rounds of cat-cow. Moving to your own breath. Waking up the spine, waking up the body. Noticing how everything feels. Checking in. Becoming aware of what's going on. And we'll release. From here, we're going to kick our right foot to the outside of the mat, and we're going to plant our left leg long on the mat so the outer edge of the left foot plants at the short edge of the mat. We'll keep our right wrist in line under the shoulder, and we'll sweep our left arm up and overhead so the fingertips are pointing towards the sky, creating a nice opening through the heart space. And then we'll draw our left arm in line with the ear. If it's okay in your neck, you can continue to look up towards the sky. If it's a little bit tense, you could always look down towards the mat or out to the front, creating more space through the body. And then on your next inhale, we're going to begin to step our left foot up towards the top of the mat. See if you can do it in one motion. It's okay if you can't. Bring the right knee back a little bit more for more space for the hips. And then we'll sweep the arms up and overhead, bring the hands into prayer, and we'll hook our right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Option to keep the back knee down onto the mat, or begin to lift the back knee away from the mat. So we're building strength here while creating more space to our twist. No worries if you can't lift the back knee off the mat. This is a super strong pose. Just see if you can hold it. Remember our mantra, I can. Remember to breathe and remember to smile. These are such wonderful poses for opening and awakening our solar plexus chakra. And we'll release. Inhale, we'll sweep our arms up and overhead. Exhale, we're going to come up into warrior two. Maybe in one motion, maybe you need to bring yourself there. We're going to keep our left knee in line over our ankle. Our right leg is long away from the body. And we're opening our hips towards the right side of the room. Shoulders down away from the ears. And our gaze is looking over the left fingertips. Strong warriors. Begin to sweep the right hand to the inside of the left hip, and we'll sweep our right arm up and overhead, reversing our warrior. Lovely, strong warriors. Bring the arms back to center, back into warrior two. And from here, we're going to sweep our arms around to frame the front foot. We'll pivot on the back foot and we'll step our left leg back to meet the right into downward facing dog, our first down dog of the class. So maybe you want to begin to warm up the backs of the legs, dropping into one heel at a time, making sure your fingers are spread nice and wide, shoulders away from the ears, and the hips are nice and high. And we'll come to stillness in our down dog. And gently drop down onto your knees and tuck the toes. Walk the hands back in line with the shoulders, and we'll move through a few more cat-cows to your own breath. Just notice how the body feels now. Notice how one side feels from the next. Notice that strength, that fire, the energy that you've created, all by yourself. And we'll gently release. We're going to kick our left leg now over to the side of the mat, and we extend our right leg long, and we'll sweep our right arm up so the fingertips face up towards the sky. Gaze follows. Nice strong body. Moving into a supported plank. And then our right arm reaches overhead, bicep in line with the ears, feeling a wonderful side body stretch, a lovely side body opening. Keeping the heart space open, keeping our core engaged and switched on. See if you can do it with one move. Begin to bring the right leg up towards the top of the mat, in between the hands. Walk the left knee back a little bit more for more space for the hips. And then when you're ready, sweep your arms up and overhead. Plant the palms together into prayer. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and begin to twist and hook over the right elbow. Option to stay down on the knee, or option to lift the knee off the mat. All depends on where you need to be today. Remember, there's no expectations for this class. Creating that strength, holding the pose, remember to breathe. And inhale, come back to center, sweep the arms up and overhead, and opening up into Warrior Two, however you can get there. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. The knee is in line over the ankle, and we're grounding through both feet evenly. Gaze looks over the right fingertips, building that energy, building that power, that strength. And we'll sweep our left arm around to take hold of the inside of the right thigh. Sweep the right arm up and overhead, reversing our warrior. Staying with a nice strong warrior, feeling that strength all the way up through the body. And we'll release, come back to Warrior Two. Sweep the arms down to frame the front foot, pivot on the back foot, step the right leg to meet the left, back into our downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to begin to shift the weight forward. So we're making our way into a plank. Option to drop the knees down onto the mat, or option to keep the knees away from the mat. So you want our shoulders in line over our wrists. And there's one long line of energy up through the body, right from the heels up to the crown of the head. So we're pressing our shoulders as far as you can away from the mat. Our core is switched on. We should feel the body firing up. See if you can hold it. And remember to breathe. Remember our mantra here, I can. It will help you get through it. And then when you're ready, drop your knees to the mat if you haven't done so already. And we'll cross the ankles and we'll sit back. We're making our way down onto our back. Nice and softly, nice and gently. Allowing our shoulders to be heavy. Draw your knees into the belly. Allowing the knees to hang heavy towards the chest. And just use this moment to check in and notice how you feel. Notice if you feel stronger, more awake, maybe more open. Just notice what you notice. And from here, we're going to extend our legs so our toes are pointing up towards the sky. It doesn't matter if your knees are bent, they can be as deeply bent as they need to. Making sure that your core is fully engaged, fully switched on. On your next exhale, we're going to begin to lower the right leg towards the mat. Inhale, bringing it back up in line with the left. Exhale, very slowly lower the leg towards the mat. Inhale, sweeping it back up. Exhale, lower, see if you can hover it off the mat. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, releasing down. Core should be feeling fired up now. Exhale, release and lower. Inhale, back up in line with the left. And we'll swap sides. Left leg releases. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, good job, keep it going. Exhale. Inhale. And gently release. Bend the knees, draw them in towards the chest. Well done. Begin to rock side to side. Just let go of any tension in the hips or in the lower back. And just gently bring some gratitude to yourself. Just notice what you've just done and what you've created. That strength and that fire that you've built inside of your body. From here, we're going to come into a gentle twist. We're going to drop our knees over to the left. We'll bring our arms into cactus, bending at the elbows, and we'll look over to the right. To take it deeper, you can rest the bottom leg on top of the top leg. That will just deepen the twist into the belly and into the hips. Completely let go. Release tension, release effort, expectation. Just let go and find softness and stillness. Beginning to find a sense of quiet in the body and mind. Beginning to find your breath. And we'll gently come back to center and cross the legs if they're crossed. And we'll drop the knees over to the other side. An option to take the bottom leg and rest it on top of the top leg, if you're going for a deeper twist today. Letting go of any effort. Releasing any tension out of the body. And just notice how far you've come today. Last couple of breaths here. And bring the head back to center, uncross the legs. Bring the knees back up. Heel toe the feet as wide as the mat and drop the knees to touch. And we're going to rest our hands down towards our chakra, just above the belly button and below the heart space. And just breathe. Just notice how it feels to be with yourself. And you can stay here if you wish, or you can move to a full Shavasana, extending the arms and extending the legs down long on the mat. Try not to disturb yourself too much. Allowing the feet to be heavy, the legs, the upper body, and the arms, up towards the head, allowing it all to melt into the mat. And this is where I'll leave you today. Do you remember you control your own destiny? In gratitude to yourself and to each other. Namaste.